tonight for the Ollie Award?
We love supporting Win TV and all it has to stand for.
Well, this is a new experience for both of us, so I'm just looking forward to the fellowship and seeing the wonderful awards given out.
Now, for those who are watching at home, can you just share with us your name?
My name is Jenny Horan. I am the station manager at Win TV.
And what are you looking forward to most tonight?
You know what? I'm really looking forward to seeing all the families together, because that's what this event is about, is our community, and seeing all of our kids here together. I'm excited just what I've seen already, just everybody mingling and getting to know each other. We're a family.
We can't miss it. I mean, it's the town event, right? And we want to be here. We want to be here to thank everybody for allowing us to be on the air and to show our appreciation. And also, we just like a good party.
What are you most excited to see here tonight at the Win TV Ollie Awards?
Just to see all my old friends. I miss Windsor very much.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. All right, that sounds better. You sound like you want to be here. All right. First of all, I want to thank you for coming and sharing with us for our Ollie's night. My name is Lorenzo Elliott, and I'm the president of the Win TV Board of Directors the station. So I just want to cordially invite you to our Ollie's presentations. And at this time, I would like to introduce for you our Board of Directors who are here with us this evening. We have Well, I introduce myself, Lorenzo Elliott. We have Lawrence Jagan, who is here. He's our vice president. We have Elliot Serrata, our secretary. Elliot, wave your hand over there. Okay, we have Adam. My gosh, Adam, is that, I know I may be butchering that name. How you say it, Adam? I'm not Adam. No, the other Adam. I know he's here. Is he in here? Okay, yeah, Adam. We call him Adam V. Because, all right, he's our treasurer. And we have Bill Stevenson. I don't see him here, but he's okay. He's ill right now. He's a member at large. Then we also have our board members. We have Bernie Caliendo. He's in the back there. There's Bernie. We have Lucy McCanty. I don't think she's here. We have Teresa Freeman right here in front. We have Michael Daly on the controls. We have Linford Laws, who's right here. We have Patricia Old. You heard that? Yes. And we have David Rainey. He's here. There he is right there. And we have John Rivers. Okay. And then we have our wonderful staff who is very dedicated and who also the staff works along with. Not only do the staff do the regular duties of Win TV, but they also are on committees and they're active. And part of the staff is also part of this committee that put everything together. And first of all, I'd like to introduce to you our station manager, Jenny Orion. We have Deanna White, our production supervisor and lead editor. Give my hand. We have Howard March back there. He's our assistant. And he's an excellent technology assistant. And Caitlin Alley. You saw the young lady that was speaking to you with the microphone, with the wonderful dress on and the cheery attitude. That's Caitlin Alley. Let's give her a hand. I also like to introduce for you, we have our kid vid. And, you know, we have our Kid Vid every year in the summertime, a wonderful program, well, our Kid Vid program. And here are the coordinators that work with that also. We have Howard Marsh, who works on our Kid Vid as well. Howard Marsh. And then we have Kelsey Correa. She's our assistant coordinator. Give her a hand, she's back there. Some of the people, they're doing double duty here. Just dedicated. That's what we love about Win TV. We have Caitlin Alley again, who's our production assistant with the Kid Vid. Okay. And we have Michelle Haran, who's the assistant. She's back. Wave your hand. And then we have Lisa. Yes. Okay. I wouldn't try. We have Ethan Douglas, who's a volunteer. Okay. And then we have our film chargers. We have Donata Ram. She's film and chargers middle school coordinator. We also have Howard Marsh again, who assists with the film charger staff. He's assistant. And then Caitlin Alley, also, she also is a production assistant with that. And back there you got Mike, filming over there. Very faithful Mike. And always count on him. And so we thank you again for sharing with us as we move forward in our program. And as you noticed, we may have a donation envelope. We thank you for all that you've done, for the wonderful programming that we've done at Win TV for the community. And it is our goal to continue to give you the best programming that we could possibly give to this community, this wonderful community. And I've gotten so much feedback as they look at Win TV as one of the best public access stations out in our neighboring towns in the state of Connecticut. So let's give Windsor a hand. So your continued support is greatly appreciated. We all do this for you. And now we'd like to introduce for you our host for this evening, Mr. Eric Lazarus. He is the Executive Director of the Windsor Food and Fuel Bank. Come on, let's give him a hand.
Hello, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to the 2014 Windsor Community Television Ollie Awards. Amazing amount of awards here. This is fantastic. So pleased to have you here with us tonight. In 1991, Win TV volunteer Chris Conroy asked station manager Marty DePero if he could put together a volunteer recognition award ceremony. She gave the go-ahead, and Chris, a gifted writer, videographer, and editor, created the Ollie Awards. The award was named after one of Windsor's most prominent citizens, Oliver Ellsworth, a drafter of the United States Constitution, United States Senator from the state of Connecticut, and the third Chief Justice of the United States. Oliver Ellsworth loved Windsor and loved the residents of Windsor. The first Ollie Award ceremony took place on January 24th, 1992, and recognized not only the volunteers, but from the 1991 year, but also celebrated Win TV's 10-year anniversary. The ceremony was held in the cafeteria at L.P. Wilson Community Center, which is now the Senior Center, as we know. While the Ollie Awards has changed in its original look from 1992, its meaning still remains the same. It symbolizes outstanding efforts and support by the people of Windsor and surrounding areas who all believe in a diversity of ideas, freedoms of expression, and giving everyday people the tools to use media to share those beliefs. To put it simply, the Ollie Awards are about celebrating our community at large. The history is plentiful here this evening. 10 years before the first Ollie Awards, Win TV was incorporated by the state of Connecticut in March of 1982. Anyone know what a PEG station means? This is something I learned just recently. It stands for Public Education and Government Cable Community Access Provider. Our Win TV is Windsor's PEG station. Did you know that Win TV has a partnership with the town of Windsor for them to manage the government channel? Gary Dogowitz, gentlemen, is Gary here today? He was. was going to say Gary again. Produces and broadcasts all the town meetings for the town of Windsor and does an outstanding job keeping residents up to date on Windsor's government and education issues. Did you know WinTV's first home was the basement of the Windsor Public Library? Programming was created by community volunteers and the station was on the air 2 hours each weekday evening when volunteers could come to the station and run the tapes. The station has grown since then to a 24-hour community media station with a new website offering on-demand programming of all WinTV shows. Also coming soon to WinTV, will be streaming live again on the website. But here's what WinTV is really all about.
I guess that I forgot I had a choice. I let you push me past the breaking point. I stood for nothing, so I fell for everything. You held me down, but I got up, already brushing off the dust. You hear my voice, you hear that sound, like thunder gonna shake the ground. You held me down, but I got up. Get ready, 'cause I've had enough. I see it all, I see it now. I got the eye of the tiger, the fighter, dancing through the fire. 'Cause I am a champion, and you're gonna hear me roar louder, louder than a lion. 'Cause I am a champion, and you're gonna hear me Now I'm floating like a butterfly, stinging like a bee. I earned my stripes. I went from zero to my own hero. You held me down, but I got up, already brushing off the dust. You hear my voice, you hear that sound, like thunder gonna shake the ground. You held me down, but I got up. Get ready, 'cause I've had enough. I see it all, I see it now. I got the eye of the tiger, the fighter, dancing through the fire. 'Cause I am a champion, and you're gonna hear me roar louder, louder than a lion. 'Cause I am a champion, and you're gonna hear me I got the eye of the tiger, dancing through the fire. 'Cause I am a champion, and you're gonna hear me roar louder, louder than a lion. 'Cause I am a champion, and you're gonna hear me
Okay, just a bit of housekeeping before we begin the awards. Since I see so many of our community here, if you have a group here that all work on one show, please send a representative up to accept your award. There will be an exception to that later on, but I'll let you know when we get there. So now let's begin. WinTV's Sunday programming has a strong and loyal following. It offers diverse, enriching, and uplifting messages, whether preaching the gospel, kneeling in prayer, or raising the roof in song or exaltation. Windsor is proud to have these inspirational programs as part of the WinTV family.
Here are the 2014 honorees for inspirational programming. Bethel AME, Rehoboth Church of God, Zion Songs. Spirit-Filled Deliverance. Oasis Christian Church. Voice of Deliverance. Church of God of Prophecy. Mount Calvary Baptist Church. Full Gospel Foundation. Mount Olive Ministries. Shiloh Baptist Church. Power for Freedom. Tell the Truth Ministries.
Okay, can you please come forward to receive your Ollies? Congratulations, everyone. There are several regular programs that make WinTV so interesting. Thought-provoking interviews, current events, health, cooking, culture, music, literature. What interests you? I'm sure you will find something on WinTV that makes you interested as well. Let's take a look and see what we have.
Here are the 2014 honorees for Talk, Lifestyle, Awareness. Expedition New England. Otter Creek Outdoors. Broad Mind. Cat Connection. Conversations with the President. Higher Ground. Connecticut Valley Views. New England Cuisine. Shelter Tales. Fight Back. Simply Fresh Food with Chef Renee. Senior Voice. Diversity in the Community. TV Caribbean. Caitlin Today.
Please come forward to receive your Ollie Awards. Okay, so next up, Windsor loves its sports, as we know. How about our own Windsor High School football team winning the title? Come on, with championship teams across the map, WinTV is there to cover the best of the best that is happening in our town. In 2014, a regular crew of videographers kept cheering our hometown teams.
Here are the 2014 honorees for Sports. Football, Lorenzo Elliott. Lacrosse, baseball, and basketball, Paul Vazina and Dennis Morgan.
Please come on forward and receive your Ollie Awards.
Accepting for Paul, and for Dennis who couldn't be here, so I'll take one for Dennis as well.
Okay, when you were 8 years old, did you have your own show? Well, if you are a young person ages 8 through 14 in Windsor, you can. WinTV's KidVid and Filming Charters program are the crazy popular television production workshops and club for kids, with waiting lists for the summer program especially long, And new this year is WinTV's collaboration with Clover Street School and their WCLO News. Clover Street is the pilot school to teach television production skills to 4th and 5th graders. WinTV hopes to bring the program to other primary schools as well. These kids in all of these programs do it all. From producing, writing, directing, lighting, audio, camera, control room, and even editing. When you get home tonight, go into wintv.org and see the awesome work that all these kids have been doing. But for now, here's a small glimpse of what they did in 2014.
Here are the 2014 honorees for Kid Programming. KidVid 1, TV production and computer graphics. KidVid 2, filmmaking and scriptwriting. KidVid 3, green screen and Photoshop. KidVid 4, editing and special effects. Filming chargers. WCLO News.
Now remember at the beginning I said that only one person from each program should come up and accept their award. That's not the case here. We are honoring each individual participant in this category, and we want every young person who was a part of these programs to come up, receive your Ollie. And that includes Ms. Thomas, our Clover Street teacher for WCLO. Come on up, everyone. Public access is about community members. Without the time and dedication of these individuals, there would be no WinTV. They spend countless hours behind the scenes, on camera, at computers editing, or in the control room. Here are honorees for volunteers and interns from 2014.
Here are the 2014 honorees for volunteers and interns. Andre Haley. Angela Spence. Anna Glassman. Atia Almagro. David Davis. Eric Baldwin. Estelle Cruz. Ethan Douglas. Howard Marsh. Joyce Hudson. Justin Wentworth. Caitlin Alley. Mike Cook. Randy McKenney. Russ Danino. Ruth Jackson. Vivi Shanilis. Yasmin Shwayhat.
Please come on down and receive your awards.
Hello, Andrea.
Congratulations, everyone. As the executive director of the Windsor Food and Fuel Bank, I know firsthand that Windsor is the most generous community for nonprofit organizations, and I couldn't ask for more. When WinTV needs help providing lunches for their kids, our area restaurants are there to help. Our local businesses help with in-kind donations, program and event sponsorships, and grants. And most importantly, they help spread the word about WinTV and share their success and accomplishments. Take a look at this incredible list of community supporters.
Here are the 2014 honorees for community support. Back East Brewery, Beanery at Bart's, Bears, Brentford Hall, Be Sure Home Inspection, Carmen Funeral Home, Chamber of Commerce, Dom's Broad Street, Geisler's, Hyatt House, Windsor JC's, Conica Minolta, Windsor Education Foundation, Snellgroves, Umis Chafee, Mahaney's, Millbrook Wine, New England Veterinary, Nutmeg Exhibits, PC Development, Price Chopper, Rotary Club of Windsor, Windsor Locks, Stop and Shop, The Hartford, Windsor Charitable Giving Committee, Tunxus Grill, Union Street Tavern, Vantis Life, Windsor Animal Clinic, Windsor Federal Savings, David Dexter, Town of Windsor Busing, Windsor Center Wine, Windsor Historical Society, Grace Episcopal Church,
Come on down and get your awards. Okay, so now I'd like to introduce the station manager for WinTV, Jenny Horan, also my graduating classmate and good friend.
Good evening. Before I go on, I saw some people did not come up for their Ollie, and those were our seniors, our senior group. I did not see Bernie come up, I didn't see Gunter come up, or Margaret, so I want to take a minute and walk their Ollie over to them if they're not going to come up. Come on up, and get your senior voice. Our rules are a little confusing sometimes. They probably didn't know that they were supposed to come up. We got everybody else for senior voice, right? Everybody I'm missing? Margaret came up. Okay, good. All right, I'm good now. Well, welcome everyone. I'm so happy to see so many people have come out tonight. You were all invited here because you are a part of our family, and we want to celebrate that. I just think it was great in our social hours seeing the Windsor High School culinary students and Windsor High School Jazz Quartet. They're so awesome, so thank you. church for donating this beautiful historic space. A few of you asked me why we didn't hold this event at LP Wilson Community Center, which is where we're located. And when we were planning this event last year for the first time, we really wanted to choose a venue that was centrally located and one that had a significant history in Windsor, because I feel that's something that WinTV does, is we are archiving Windsor's history. And this building is from 1864, and we just thought it was a perfect venue. And I knew it was a beautiful space, and I really wanted to share it with you, so thank you to Grace Church. And finally, I just wanted to thank our MC, Eric Lazarus, for being our host this evening. Eric and I have known each other a long time, since we were about 5 years old. And like me, Eric was born and raised here, and we raised our families here. And our hearts are truly in this community. And when I learned he was the new executive director of the Windsor Food and Fuel Bank, I was just thrilled to know that someone who truly lives by the motto, neighbors helping neighbors, would be working on behalf of families in need in Windsor. I said, wow, he's perfect. You know, bitter cold days like we're having right now are a real reminder how fortunate many of us are to have a warm home and plenty of food to eat. So I'm just going to go off script for just a second and just give a shout out to the Windsor Food and Fuel Bank and all that they do. And please contact Eric and ask him how you can contribute, because the need is greater than ever and right here in our own community. So they do great work. Our special volunteer award. Let me tell you a little bit before we run the clip. I feel like I have known Mike Cook, our special volunteer, a very long time. And then I realized, wait a minute, I kind of didn't. I've just been so used to seeing him in various places for so many years. I just thought I knew him. So like Windsor High School, he's around the same age as some of my daughters who also went to Windsor High School, and Mike was always there setting up, breaking down, assisting Mr. Dufek with audio or Mr. Hodges with video for all the concerts and special events, but I really didn't know him. I just saw him there. Then, like concerts on the Green, long before I was involved with WinTV and responsible for getting someone to cover those concerts, Mike would be at the town hall, chatting with the bands, watching Gary and his crew set up the audio cables and equipment, and offering assistance if they needed it. But I really didn't know him. I just saw him there, and I still didn't know him. Shad Derby, Memorial Day Parade, chili challenges, library events, pretty much anything that was happening on the Windsor Town Green, I would notice Mike. Observing, helping, smiling, but didn't know him yet. One day, a woman from a local organization in town made an appointment to do a PSA, a public service announcement at WinTV. She told me a young man from her church would be coming in to crew for her, work the camera and all. So I rated myself for the learning curve that kind of would be coming, because if we have a new volunteer, I knew this person would probably need a briefing on our cameras, on our audio board, on our equipment, lighting. I better plan a little bit extra time, I thought to myself. The day came in, and in walked Mike. I'm like, I know him. And I said to myself, oh, I've seen him around everywhere. But before I knew what was happening, Mike had turned all the equipment on, set up the camera shot, adjusted the lighting, miking up his guests, and he was ready to roll tape. And I had barely said hello, and he was like, I'm good, I'm all set. No learning curve needed here. Mike was absolutely in his element. And he knew what he was doing, more than I did, I'll have you know. I was pretty new then. Have you ever met someone who was actually paid money to volunteer for free? Well, Mike has. Let me tell you why. Every Monday and Tuesday, Mike would pay to take the bus from the center of town, where he lived, to WinTV, or he would walk. I calculated 3 miles he would walk, 58 minutes by foot, to volunteer all day long. I mean, that is the heart of a volunteer. All to do what he loved to do: audio, camera, editing, being a part of TV, of the Win TV family. I think Mike is more recognizable as a member of the Win TV team than anyone else is sometimes. And he's our biggest cheerleader when he's out in the community. He encourages others to get involved, to tell their stories. I can't tell you how many times I've picked up the phone and heard, I met one of your volunteers at a concert on the Green, and he told me I could call you to order some DVDs of the concert. So, community pride, volunteering without expectations, creativity, enthusiasm, teaching. To myself and to all of us at Win TV, these are traits that embody the very concept of community television. So it is my pleasure to present the 2014 Special Volunteer Recognition Award to Mike Cook.
Here are the 2014 honorees for Special Volunteer Appreciation. Mike Cook.
And this special volunteer recognition award is going to Lisa Anderson. And let me tell you a little bit about our Lisa Anderson. And these are Ann's words that I'm reading. She says, I really want to get across what I want to say about how special this person is. St. Joseph's Church and their Social Action Committee had been raising funds via their Christmas tree t-shirt tags for 10 years. They have used funds to help with postage, material needs, and baking. Lisa Anderson has been on board and helping to pack for over 4 years, and it's usually a family and a friend effort with Lisa. She gets everybody she knows to come in and help. In the last 3 years, this is Ann, I have been out of the loop more or less, going through some personal things. Lisa now does all the forms, shipping labels, often baking and organizing. She has met many of our men and women on Facebook and really gotten us involved getting to know our men and women. She spends endless hours on Send Hometown Windsor to the troops, and we want to thank her and all her family that she brings with her. No is not a word she knows. She is very organized and task-oriented and has really organized our system. And it's true because everything is stored at Win TV behind our blue curtain. And you would not believe how much stuff is back there. And Lisa has it, it's like a pantry. It's like the most awesome thing ever. She deserves, together with her group of Ann Gramucci, Sue Clausey, Pat Kennedy, Edith Anderson, Linda Dillon, her nieces, and other sisters, our sincere thanks for all the time and effort they give. I am very picky about holidays for our troops, and Lisa was very patient with me when I insisted everything had to be wrapped for the holidays. We had Discovery Center wrap much of the stuff, but there was still a ton of items on packing day. I have a thing that if one of my son or daughters was serving in a war zone, I would want everything to be like home. In my home, that meant wrapping everything. Though I'm sure she would like to wring my neck, but everything was wrapped. Lisa made sure our food boxes for the holidays were sent on the day they were packed. She personally brought them to the post office so they could arrive in the shortest period of time. and still be fresh for our men and women. Thank you from all of us at WinTV and our community for all you do and have done for our Send Hometown Windsor program. On behalf of Ann Walsh and all of us at WinTV, I am honored to present the 2014 Special Appreciation Ollie Award to Lisa Anderson.
Here are the 2014 honorees for Special Appreciation. Lisa Anderson, Send Windsor to Our Troops.
So 10 years ago, like Jenny was talking about, Ann Walsh organized a small group of volunteers to send care packages to Windsor residents who were serving in war zones. It became a WinTV outreach program which meets every second Saturday of the month in the WinTV studios to pack boxes. The program has garnered support from the local schools, churches, civic organizations, and businesses in town who have all donated goods and postage money to help keep the program going. Ann, which I know very well myself, I think a lot of people around here know Ann, would be the first to say she couldn't do this alone. And although Ann can't be here tonight due to an Alex's Lemonade event in Philadelphia, she and all of us want to honor her volunteers who have given of their time for this program.
Here are the 2014 honorees for Send Hometown Windsor to the Troops. The Gerard family. Lisa Anderson, Anne Bermucci, Sue Clousey, June Lestow, Terry Fauché, Elliot Sirota, St. Joseph's Church, Pat and Darlene Kennedy, Lori Hartman, Peter Massow, Jane Garibay, Carol Engelman.
Please come forward to receive your honor.
I am really honored to be bestowing this Special Staff Award. There aren't many in this room who can say that they were a part of WinTV from almost the very first day in 1982, but Carol Hartman can. WinTV and Carol are kind of synonymous with each other. Carol's license plate on her car even said WinTV. What did you end up doing with that? Anyway, we all were fighting over that. You had to turn it in, oh well. And while Carol would never take credit for it, she has been a huge factor in helping to build the strong foundation that WinTV has put in place in Windsor. Beginning as a volunteer producer in the early days of WinTV, Carol was soon asked to join the board of directors. At various times, she served the board as publicity committee co-chair, treasurer, and even president. She worked as a volunteer teaching all of WinTV training classes in those early days. Carol took a little time away from WinTV for a short time. She had a full-time job at Lewis Chafee School where she taught television production and was director of LCTV for 12 years. Prior to her retirement, But she couldn't resist the pull of Win TV, and she joined the board again in 2005, serving until 2010, when she resigned to take the newly created staff position as Education and Training Coordinator at Win TV. She was the creator and original teacher of the Win TV Summer Children's Workshop, which ran successfully for several summers. She rebranded and restarted the workshop, now called KidVid, in the summer of 2008, and it has expanded every summer since then. Carol and I started roughly around the same time on staff in 2010, but she was miles ahead of me in knowledge of how community access worked and the education side of teaching television production. And Mac computers. She had an iPad long before I did. I was a PC girl coming into a mixed office of Macs and PCs. Final Cut on the Mac was our primary editing software, and Carol jumped right into it. She learned it. She created the adult education program at Win TV, which taught video editing, studio production, and field production. Some of our current volunteers today were taught by Carol in those classes, some people in this room. While she was expanding KidVid, she also asked me if she could revive a program that had been done in the past that involved seniors and exploring the issues that were important and interesting to them. Senior Voice was reborn and has covered issues such as caregiving, senior nutrition, and even medical marijuana. This is a great group of seniors who come in, and they have some great topics that they want to explore and share with people. Carol began preparing me for her retirement about 2 years ago. I can't stay here forever, you know. I would just nod, knowing that was the truth, but wondering how I would fill that gap of the many hats she wore at Win TV. Producer, director, editor, historian, educator. Carol knew it all and did it all, and I didn't have to worry about it getting done ever. She would handle it. Carol did retire at the end of the summer in 2014 and moved to New Jersey to be close to the family, and we really, really miss her. Thank goodness she's just an email or phone call away, because I think I'm always going to have questions for her. I am so thrilled she and her husband Bob were able to drive up today and participate in this celebration. She is an integral part of Win TV and always will be. It is my honor and pleasure to present the 2014 Special Staff Recognition Award to Carol Hartman.
Here is the 2014 honoree for the Special Staff Award. Carol Hartman.
As you can see, I did a lot of different things at Win TV, and I want to say to you, treasure what you have here. It's very, very special, and you can see the support within the community, and you can see where we have grown. And I can't imagine what it would be like without having Win TV and public access. When I was a child, I grew up in the Chicago area, Museum of Science and Industry, and someone said to me at that time, you're going to see TV from your local council, and you're going to be able to know what's going on. And I thought, wow, that's sort of interesting. And lo and behold, here it is. We have a great community of support. We have a very open community. And it is incredibly special to have it. And I thank you all.
applause to everybody that makes Win TV. As we know, Win TV is a nonprofit organization that relies on its community for so many things. We're proud to honor all of the volunteers tonight. And if you would like to make a tax-deductible donation, nonprofits in my blood, I'm sorry. You know, this evening to Win TV, please look to the donation table that was there on the way in. It's also still there. We appreciate anything that you can give in support. Now let's keep the party going. Please join us in the hall for our after party and bring your awards over for photo ops. On behalf of all the board, the staff at Win TV, thank you again for coming tonight and for everything you do for Win